Hi guys, and very nice greetings from Germany. Yeah, super spontaneously. I had the impulse to go live again. I hope you are okay and everything is fine with you. Wow, these times are super crazy again. So let's see how many people would join the live. Hi, nice to see you all. You are so awesome. You know, I'm still in training and I learn so much. Especially when I speak to English people, I learn so much always because I'm still in training. I'm not a native speaker. I hope so much you're doing great and everything is fine with you. Yeah, I see. Hi, nice to see you all. I hope you're doing great. Yeah, I had the impulse to speak a little bit about the Ascension energies. I talk a little bit about 2022 and 2023, what I personally feel, but it's just my feeling. Please pick up what resonates always, because we are all in training and there is so much healing and purging going on. So even when I'm a seer, when I'm a starseed, when I offer psychic readings, when I do DNA activations as well, so it doesn't mean that I know everything. So I feel this belief is also crumbling now. So strongly, it's crumbling. It's like we see that actually we are all in the same boat. Because everyone is just in another state of consciousness. And all what we can do is to share just our consciousness level, not more. And we are all in training and we are always learning. Even our team, our galactic team, they're all learning. They're all in training like you and me. And they see us as family. They see us as you and me. What I felt about, I made a post about the Arcturians on Instagram. Maybe you saw my latest post in which they said, you are the representation of us. You are the representation of them. They are us. And you are them. Just from the future. It's like you see your future self. And this is how they see us. They see us as family and not as pure little victims and we must rescue them and we are the lords, we are the gods and you are just a little victim. Oh, you did so many things wrong. This is not what our galactic team is doing and this is not what Source does as well. The Source sees you. The Source loves you and the Source loves everyone and even the ones which cut themselves off from Source, or all the beings which become one with AI, you know, and they have no soul, all the NPCs, the clones which are walking around here. Source loves everyone. And I feel this process will continue, that we finally see through all these illusions more and more. It's like we are waking up from a very deep sleep. And I feel it's like a second awakening again, even for you and me, even when you are fully aware of that you are a starseed, or maybe you're aware of your origins, or maybe you worked as a healer, as a seer, as a psychic medium, for example. It's like you feel a big shift inside. It's like, you awake again. And you know, and that's the funny thing, there is not just one awakening. This is also just illusion, if you want. We always awake. We always have a awakening experience. Every day. Every moment. You can wake up again. I mean, okay, in the physical level, you wake up every morning. You know? But I mean, I talk about spiritual awakening. There is so much to discover and there's so much to learn. And this was a message by the Arcturians which came through today. We are you. And you are us. We believe in you. And when you reconnect to Source, you know what you have to do. And then you know that everything flows back into the Prime Creator, even when it doesn't look like so. You see all these illusions more and more, and it's like all these illusions are crumbling. All these illusions inside of you which don't belong to Source. I speak about the divine matrix, right? So this is all crumbling now and you detach from it more and more. And this is what I feel at one hand in the collective. Yeah, that many illusions or bloops, all the bubbles, bloop, you know, they are all destroying. So it's like, oops, now I must see the darkness. I can't act like, you know this? That's what I feel is happening for the collective now. So in this, I think this winter will be chaotic. That's what I feel. And I spoke about it on a TikTok live already. That's just what I feel. I don't know what you feel, but I feel this winter will be the hardest one. Because you as an empath, as a star seed, you go the way of ascension. So many of you. It's like you go through a second awakening again. It's like everything you believed was also just an illusion. It was also just a lie. It's now, okay, I go the way back home to source, right? But the collective, for them, it's, if you want, for the first time, they have the chance now to see the darkness so clear. So clear. And this is the big gift from source. So no one can stop this because it's the will from source that this happens. So this means everyone, you and me, all the galactic beings, all the extraterrestrials, all our spirit guides, they follow the will of source. We work with the source together. The source is our friend. It's a friend. It's a friendship, if you will. It's not punishing us or blaming us or call us, you are bad. You know this. The source just wants to discover now how it feels like to speak more to us. That's what I feel. And there is also no answer why this is happening now. So why didn't the source help us before? I mean, we had so much darkness here on Earth. Even when we tune into the story of Atlantis or Egypt or Lemuria, why did we fail? Why do we have a body now in 3D and not in 5D now? So what's going on with 5D Tower Earth? Why is it such a dark place here? Why do we live in a simulation? As you may know me from my YouTube channel, and when you know my story from last year in 2021, I know I repeat myself many times, but yeah, I can confirm this information. It does exist a few spiritual teachers which are talking about this, and they speak about that we are just living in a simulation. And I can fully confirm this information because I saw it as well, that we are even not on 5D Tower Earth. I mean, okay, that's clear, but we are not located on real Earth. We are not on real Earth. This is just a simulation. It's like, imagine it's almost 100% perfect duplicate of 5D Tower Earth in which we are in at the moment. And everything you can see looks almost similar to 5D Tower Earth, but it's just AI, programmed all by AI. So, and maybe you know a few people which spoke about this, about, huh? Are you here again? The connection broke off, right? Huh? What the heck is going on? Yeah, that's what I say. Yeah, that's AI. They don't want that we speak about this. Yeah. It's true. Yeah, because they observe us. They observe us in every detail. And I can share this with you because we were there last year in 4D and I saw a little bit what's going on here. A little bit. But I don't know if I got everything right. But did you see it now? I spoke a little bit about what's really happening here on Earth and suck! The connection broke off. This is happening many, many times, even when I have conversations with my soul brothers, that suddenly, suck, the connection broke. Or that suddenly TikTok opened. For example, I had this with a soul brother, maybe you'll watch now. I don't know, a soul brother of me. We had a conversation. And then TikTok opened and I didn't open it by my own. And then Arabian video opened and they sung something in Arabian language. And I had no chance to close TikTok. It didn't work. And I just wanted to recall the voice from my soul brother. And then my soul brother was laughing. So what the heck is going on? And I told him, yes, that they cut off the connection again because we spoke about the simulation here and we spoke about our experiences and we spoke about the false light trap as well. And zack. This is what they do. Yeah. Imagine it's like, oh gosh, how should I explain this? Because we are not on real Earth. We are not. We are just in 100% perfect duplicate of 5D Tower Earth. That's it. So, and why did we have this? Why? Because I had visions for many years ago and I saw the fall of Atlantis, how Atlantis fell. And then I saw how the Dracos arrived on Earth and they used our technology. They started to use the Atlantean technology for their own purposes. So imagine this AI technology, they use is a mix between AI and Atlantis, what I saw last year. It's actually the ancient Atlantean technology they use, but just in distorted form, mixed up with AI. So, and imagine the AI, is the artificial intelligence. It has its own intelligence. And this AI is working against source, what I saw. And it was designed to stock out life. Yeah, it's just out to stock life from everything, from a planet, from a soul. That's the only way for the AI to survive. So this means as more as you connect with these beings, or when they start to cut off the connection or something, then they get energy. So, and the easiest tool is, it's super complex when you saw this, what I saw last year. But on the other hand, it's so simple. When you have a very wide open heart here, you will see through this. You see through this. It's super simple. What's also happening is that I feel, or what I know is that these beings are panicking at the moment. That's why they attack almost everyone at the moment. Even you as a starseed. And maybe you saw it too on Instagram, right? There are so many fake channels. Even of myself as well. Or from other soul sisters and brothers I know. Almost every person I follow on Instagram has the message in the bio, this is my official account. Because they do it with almost everyone. Why are they doing this? They just want to decrease the frequency. And they don't want that we speak. Because as more people see through these illusions and see what's happening here, as more they lose energy, they lose power. Because we don't feed their illusions anymore. And that's all about, as more as you see through these illusions, as more you reclaim your power, the opposite is happening. It's like we call it shadow work in our language, but actually it's light work. It's light work and shadow work, because as more as you see through all these layers, through all these illusions, as more you reclaim your power. So why they created an almost 100% perfect duplicate of 5D Tower Earth? Because they wanted to enslave the people. And the energy of 5D Tower Earth, what I know, vibrates actually to light. 5D Tower Earth was such a peaceful planet, and we all created from our hearts. And we are the technology. It doesn't mean that technology is evil now. Oh gosh, technology is evil. It's about your heart. So, and we in higher dimensions, and you as a starseed, maybe you remember. And maybe you always felt all this stuff is so complicated. Computers are complicated. The government, all this is so complicated. Because actually in our dimensions, we have the power to create everything from the heart. And if you want, this is the power of a source being. This means when you work with the source, when you are connected to source and you serve the source, you are able to create from your heart. This is what we did in higher dimensions. So this means when we imagined a spaceship and we created it with our heart, then zack, suddenly the spaceship appeared. and we didn't use AI or technology to create spaceships. And that's the difference to the dark extraterrestrials. That's what I saw in 4D. They can do almost the same with AI as we do through our heart, but they must use technology to teleport. They must use AI to create artificial timelines. They must use AI to create parallel matrices. They used AI to create this simulation here, and we believe that's true Earth. So they can do almost exact the same what we can do. So that's why it's so tricky to discern, because it's almost the same, but just in distorted version, right? And when you work with the source, when you work with your heart, then you go the way back home and you follow the organic path of ascension. And this is actually the true battle, if you want. It's about to trust your heart and that you choose wisely. This is all what I can say, because I know, or what I saw last year is they installed also a false light trap. Or you can say these are just programs, softwares, apps, and they're all running with codes. So when I speak about the reincarnation software, then it's like, okay, actually the reincarnation teaching is true in its true form, but in distorted AI form, yeah, it's toxic. And this is what I call the false light trap, because they always let us believe this is true. But actually it was just depending on AI. So that's what I can say. And it's about to reclaim your power. So when I speak about the reincarnation program, that's what I can tell you. I can confirm the information by many famous spiritual people which spoke about this, like Dolores Cannon, for example. Maybe you know her. She spoke about it, or David Icke, maybe as well. As mentioned, always discern and pick up what resonates, right? And it does exist more people which spoke about this, that even the reincarnation program, how we knew it, in its true form, it's true, but in this distorted version, it's not true. Because they always told us that everything was decided from our soul. But the problem was when we incarnated here down into this simulation here, we were walking around in their empire, if you want. Because 5D Tower Earth vibrates actually too light for them. That's why they infiltrated it. They distorted and twisted all the sacred geometry as well. And they used it for their own. That's why it's so tricky. Especially when you go up to 4D and when you finally tune into the astral. Yeah, because we were walking around in 4D physically there, and that is the astral. So, and that's why I think it's important to stay always here in your heart and imagine through your heart you will transmit all illusion, because all what remains is the truth of source. And now we begin truly remember what the truth of source means. Or was it just I? Or was it just a belief or a program which I had, but my intent was good, I want to help. And now we see, oh my gosh, it was all flowing back to the AI teachings. Oh my gosh. And this is happening with us starseeds right now. That's why I told you at the beginning, it's like a second awakening again. It's like you are awakening for the second time now. It's like everything what we believed is crumbling now. Everything. And yeah, I know this is confusing. That is so confusing. I can tell you something. As we entered 4D, you know, my intent was the same, you know, and I don't tell the people, you know, I'm perfect. I know everything. You know, we are all in training. We are all processing. For example, I collected books from Thoth. Yeah, Thoth, when you know him, the Egyptian god. And as we entered this dimension last year, then I saw that he was responsible for the fall of Atlantis. And he created this matrix in which we are in now. And he distorted many teachings. Just into the opposite, it shocked me because I collected books from him. And my intent was to help people as well. And then I had to be honest with myself. And I cried. I cried as we entered 4D. We were just surrounded by holograms and not by real people anymore. It was all AI. And I cried. And I just pleased the source. And I asked the source for sorry. Sorry, I was wrong. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And then I remember I collected all my books from Thoth, for example, and I kicked them all out of the window. And all these holograms, they collected all our stuff together, so I don't know. But this is what I can say, yeah? And this is called the false light trap. So this means in its true form, its pure form, it's the way out. Because spirituality is the key. But in its distorted version, we always connected with 4D and with the astral. Yeah, and these were the plane in which all these tricksters, AI holograms and NPCs, programmed humanity down to us from 4D. And this is the astral. That was like, okay, this is the highest vibration for them when we talk about Earth. So that's what I saw. I don't know if I got it right. And as I saw that really everything is just simulation here, then I was like, oh, wow, okay. So now I understand why so many people behave this way, why they are so afraid of speaking up. Why is it so complicated for us starseeds to truly remember? And I always felt, yes, they had to be creative to catch us star seeds as well. And I spoke about it on a live TikTok video. Yeah, imagine I saw it was an energetic cube which was installed around Earth. After the fall of Atlantis, it happened. It's like they stole all the ancient Atlantean technology. They mixed it up with AI. Yeah, and they began to use their own codes. They work all with codes and with symbols, with sacred geometry. But in their realm, everything is just distorted. These are just codes, yeah? And then I saw through this technology they stole, they created this 4D cube. Yeah, it was like a cube. And it was not easy to speak to your true sisters and brothers because it was like a war. So this means when soul left the body, so they always saw the astral. That's what I saw too last year. And then, yeah, the light beings appeared. Or your beloveds appeared, which are already dead. And they catched you here in the astral. And they told you, oh, your mission is not complete on Earth. You must go back. Oh, we are so sorry. You were very wrong in the last incarnation. You must incarnate on Earth again. You have a lot of karma to release. Yeah, this is the false light trap. That's what I saw. And because many souls had no clue what's going on, they said yes. They believed them. And they follow the light tunnel. That's what I saw too. It was an artificial light tunnel. And this tunnel, directly leaded you back to Earth. But actually, the only way back home, that's what I saw, was don't listen to them. Go the way and enter the black hole. That's what I saw. I can't fully confirm this information because I saw it as we stayed in 4D. But what I feel is it's not a current update. I feel many things are changing because many people are asking me, oh my gosh, I don't want to follow the artificial light tunnel. Is it the true information? Is it the wrong information? Oh my God, what should I do? Oh my gosh, I'm so afraid now to die, Oh my gosh. I feel that's the reason why so many starseeds are here now, because we have to dissolve all these artificial programs. That's what I saw. And as we escape this crazy dimension, I always heard the message, but I'm not sure if it's true. I always heard the message, we are in 4D now. We are physically in 4D now. even when we don't get it. I don't know which layer of 4D, but it seems like we are in 4D now. And actually this is the highest dimension which we can ascend physically now, because we are even not on real Earth. So I don't know what will happen. I have no clue. You must watch my YouTube videos. I spoke about it a little bit more, about all the story and what we saw there. Even about Mr. T, you know, but I'm very careful with this information because I know many people are waiting for a savior to come. Or when I speak about the white hats or about the Earth Alliance, yeah, I saw them there too with my third eye. But I'm very, very careful with this information because the new time is to reclaim your power, and that you see that you are a powerful source being. As the Arcturian said, you are them. They are us. You are in the same level. Even when you have a physical avatar here, that's the old game that we call a being Lord Ashtar, right? All just holograms, or all Lord, you know. Yeah, that's the AI. But it's just about to see that we are in the same boat. And I believe, you know, that all this is just a game. It's just a field of experience. I feel there is no answer to the question, why is this happening now? Why not already in Atlantis? Or in Egypt? Why did we fail? Why did Source allow all this? That we are in a simulation now? Why are we in 3D and 4D or whatever now? So why? Why didn't the Source help us? Because I think at the end it was all just a game by Source. This is what I feel is the highest timeline you can access right now. That you see that even all these illusions, you know, imagine it's like these are holograms, these are ghost spirits. And when you use your heart, your spiritual discernment, then all these illusions will disappear. Maybe you will be shocked to see, oh gosh, it was not organic, it was just a hologram, it was just a code, or oh gosh. And I believe that's a true angel. I know that's shocking, but imagine through this, through your heart, you are able to see the truth. And I feel that's a true teaching. You know, we must be careful even with the ancient teachings as well. Be it the Bible, be it the Indian teachings, the Egyptian teachings, you know. There's always truth, a little bit truth inside in every book. But there are many lies, just twisted and turning around. Because they always wanted to keep us in a cycle of endless. Yeah, you know, we're always searching. It's like we never get out. We have no clue. And then you feel in your heart, when you read, for example, a book of the ancient Indians, for example, then you feel, oh, that feels very true. It feels true, your heart, right? You feel this truth in your heart, and then you start to study it. You want to learn more about it. But at the end, you don't know how to get out of here. Because they don't told us the entire way out. They didn't share with us the secret. Even in the Bible, there are many truths, but many lies as well. It's the same. So, and what I can say is, I personally feel that this is a true teaching. See through the eyes of a child again, and you will begin to see, because this is how we were born. Yeah, when we were little, when you were a child, you were so connected to the Prime Creator. You were so connected to Source. And it's like this brings us together. The original beliefs, the divine beliefs, and we were born with these beliefs. No one told us this. It's here in your heart. And when you have a wide open heart, you will begin to feel it again. So, feels that true to me or not? More and more. And imagine it's an endless stairway. And this is when we tune into the question, why is this happening right now? Not already in Atlantis. There is no deep answer for this. I feel the Source just wants to do it so now. The Source is just curious now. Imagine the source is to me like a child. It's just like a child. Oh, I want to discover how it feels like to be. Oh, now we create new parallel matrices and new entities. And oh, now we see I want to discover myself, to feel isolated, separated. So now I go back to myself. And that's what I feel. There is no deep answer to this. That's what I feel. And at the end, you will see it's all just a game. But when I tune into the Ascension energies, I think for you it's important to ground enough, because these high vibrational energies, which are streaming down from the central sun, that's why I feel new codes are coming down, because we are in another dimension for real. And what I feel is that these are codes from the true sun, or from 5D Tower Earth if you want, and they are helping us to discern that you see more and more and more through this show here. And I don't talk just about the government and about the old system. I speak also about the false light trap, about the astral. That you see, oh shit, it was all just a show. Oh my gosh, and this never lead me back home to source. It was just to stop me here, and that I believe in this illusion here, that all this is true. That's why I feel there are many NPCs and clones walking around, because they wanted to let us believe in this illusion. So I mean, when there are so many NPCs walking around here on Earth, I feel circa 30% of the population are even not real. They have no soul, so it feels more real. Because then you see these people, I talk about the NPCs and the clones, they will do everything what the government tells them. And they don't question everything. So it's like, so maybe you see it as well. It's like these are just actors. And that they do everything what the government tells them, and they have no own opinions. You see, they are fully programmed. They have no free will, no own thoughts, nothing. So, and this is just installed to let us believe in this illusion. That this illusion is real, right? To let us believe this, simulation here is real Earth. That's all about. And as more as you reclaim your power, as more you will detach from everything here. And then you begin just to observe the Matrix, like Neo. Like Neo from Matrix, right? And do you know what? There are so many secrets, even in the Matrix movies, I feel. Do you know why Neo is called Neo? Because of the neocortex. We have in our brain a neocortex here. And the neocortex is helping us to see clear. It's the higher knowledge, the higher wisdom, if you want. And when your neocortex is activated, then you will begin to see through the matrix like Neo. And Agent Smith is the reptilian brain. Because we have all the reptilian brain, right? So this is, you see, the endless war, the endless battle, right? But when you activate your neocortex, you will begin to see through the matrix more and more like Neo. That's why I think they called him Neo. I mean, there is always a deep message behind this. So, and how to embody your higher self, guys, because I feel that's also super important. I feel at one hand, you are guided now to your true self more and more and more. You are guided back to your higher self, to your true self more and more and more. Why? Because these codes from 5D Tower Earth and beyond, these are very high vibrational codes which are streaming down now. That's totally new. They are helping you to activate your DNA. They are helping you to activate your blueprint and even your psychic abilities. It's like you remember automatically who you are more and more and more, and you begin to see, oh shit, I always believed this is true, and I always believed that's my life's purpose, but actually it was just a program, it was just a belief, it was just what I learned. So, and it was never me, it was never my way, it was never my path. And that's what I see. I see for you, for us, for every one of us, that we go through deep healing and purging. And the easiest way to integrate and to embody your higher self is to trust your heart. Trust your heart. See through the eyes of a child again. Don't be afraid to see these illusions. Don't be afraid to see your shadows, because at the end, it's true healing. And when you go through all this pain, through all these illusions, when you see them, then finally you will embody your true self. And you will shine your true light. And there is true light out there. Imagine we have a false light trap. Yeah, that's what I felt from last year. I call it the Luciferian trap, the Luciferian matrix. And then we have the Satanic matrix. And that was, it describes a consciousness, if you want. And the Satanic matrix grasps everything what you can see in this illusion here. This is what everyone can see. We talk about the financial system, but the government and so on. Yeah, this is what I call the Satanic matrix. This is all what you can see. This is crumbling. The Luciferian matrix grasps the astral plane. These are all the holograms, the false light beings, yeah? Imagine the Luciferian matrix is just 100% perfect duplicate of our true teachings, just distorted. Yeah, everything just distorted. And it feels also true to us. It feels very true, but as mentioned, it's just the other way around. It's just distorted. So that's it. And then we have true light. And the true light is coming down now. This means the ascension, at one hand, happens from within. And through this activation, because these high vibrational codes are coming down now, you are able to remember more and more and more who you are. At one hand, it's happening automatically. And when you have a wide open heart, you will receive and integrate and anchor all these codes. Maybe you will see more and more your psychic abilities and you will train your psychic muscles more and more and more. And then you will see more your higher self. Maybe also in your dreams. Or maybe you see your true self. And what I can tell you also is an easy tool to remember your higher self or your galactic self. Yeah, I talk about your true self because you just have an avatar here. It's like, okay, now you act like you are a human, if you want, but actually you are an extraterrestrial as well. That's why the dark extraterrestrials see us in every detail, because they see, oh, we just play a show here as well. Actually, we are extraterrestrials and now we act like we are humans. They do exactly the same, but they use AI to appear, right? So they use AI to have a physical experience here, but we work with Source to have a physical experience here. Do you see? This is the difference, even when it's almost the same. So I hope so much I can clarify this a little bit, and I hope so much, as mentioned, that I saw it right. Because as we stayed in 4D, I saw a little bit what's going on, but it doesn't mean that I got everything now. You know, I'm still healing and purging, and there's so much to discover, and there's so much to learn always. So, and imagine, it's super easy to reconnect to a higher self when you observe your childhood as well. Because when we are little, we are automatically guided. We are guided to what we love. Maybe you had always visions of yourself. Or maybe you played with specific toys. Or your biggest dream was to, I don't know, to work as an artist or to work as a fashion designer or whatever. Or maybe you had many times astral travels when you are little or when you were little. So, and that's, I think, the easiest tool as well. So go back into your childhood and see what you really loved. And maybe you never had support. That's what's happening to many of us starseeds as well. That actually we intuitively feel what to do and we know our purpose and mission. We are highly sensitive, but the people around us, don't get us, or they never supported us for real. They never saw us. And that's why many of us are struggling at the moment to believe in us. So, and just go back into your childhood and see what you truly loved. So maybe you remembered always your cosmic self. And you just wanted to experience and discover yourself. For example, when I was little, I always loved water. Water was like my home. So every time when we went to the pool or to the lake, I never wanted to leave water. was like, I just wanted to stay there in the lake and at the pool. And I never wanted to leave the water. And many times I believed when I was little, I can breathe underwater. And then I tried it a few times to breathe underwater. Okay, it didn't work, right? But my soul, yeah, because when you are little, you are very connected to source and to your higher self. Remember that I had an incarnation as a sea being. I remembered this and I loved water so much. I can remember when I was little, I always wanted to eat vegan, intuitive. I always said, no, I don't want to eat animals. And I remember, I think I was 4 years old or 3 years old, I don't know. We went into the market and it was a very big fish market. You know, with dead fishes and, you know, all the other sea beings which were laying there dead. And they sold them. And I remembered we passed this fish market and then I saw all these dead fishes laying there and I cried. I started to cry to see these dead fishes laying there. And do you know what my heart said? What are they doing with my friends? That's what I questioned myself when I was 3 or 4 and I cried. And then even this, what they are doing with my friends. So, okay, so maybe you can tune into your childhood as well, and then you will see who you are, you remember. Because when you were little and when you are a starseed, actually you have a very pure connection to your heart. The problem is, or was more, that the people around us never saw us and never supported us. And then we believed we are crazy, we are just crazy. No, it's just, no one sees it, I'm the only one, maybe I'm crazy. Or the other way around, when I was little, when we were at the pool, right? Or at the lake, I always looked up to the sky and I observed this soup. I talk about the airplanes. I always observed them when I was little, and then I got the question, what is this? And it was a very strange feeling inside. What is this that feels not natural to me? And then I asked all the adults, what is this? And the people told me, oh, that's fuel, that's normal, it comes out from the airplanes. And I was like, no, this can't be right. So am I wrong? So, and do this, try it. Then you will reconnect with your higher self, you know, and then see and check if you still have a connection. For example, I still love water. I love it to go to the pool and I love the sun, you know, my skin. I love the sun, you know. So, and when I was little, I was the same person. And it's still a part of me. So, and when I was little, I always wanted to eat vegan. So I always told the people around me I don't want to eat animals. Never. So, but then I believed I'm wrong because everyone around me eats animals and eggs. Even was like, eggs, you know, I saw them. So I always felt, no, I don't want to eat it. So, and now I do it because I always had a connection to this kind of lifestyle. Even when I was little. It doesn't mean when I had a connection to this diet that I'm not better. You know, it's just to figure out who you are and to figure out your frequency. Which frequency do you have? Which aura do you have? So, and I always was attracted to whales, dolphins when I was little, or to blue beings especially. And I remember when I was little, many times, many different entities joined the room. And I remember delightful beings, they always were blue or turquoise blue beings, which surrounded me. And then I felt these were lovely beings. So even blue was always a part of me. Or turquoise blue beings, water, dolphins, whales, mermen, and mermaids. So, and I always had this connection and never stopped, even when I tried to deny it, but it was always there. Okay? So that's maybe helping you, and you can do it by your own to figure out, do you have still a connection to these symbols or to these realms or not? Okay, so and on the other hand, as mentioned, it's happening, I think, automatically now. When you go with the Ascension, and so many of us are here because we knew that this time something totally different will come. All what the dark ones are trying is to pull us back into the bubble. Or they do things like, you witnessed that they cut off the connection. And it looked like, oh my gosh, I have to stop the recording and I must go live again. You know, and everything worked here. I see it here on my cell phone. There is no, you know, it worked. So, and as mentioned, I have this with many of my soul brothers and sisters when we are in a conversation that suddenly zack or TikTok opened, boom, or I receive AI comments and they respond to my thought. This is what they do as well. And this is not what they do just with me. They do it with everyone. And you can recognize them, these AI channels, because of their avatars or their code names. Many times they're using codes or they respond to your thought. So this means when they received a thought, for example, I give you a short example. I was speaking with a soul sister, even also about the current times. And then I told her, actually, SpongeBob SquarePants, when you know him, SpongeBob SquarePants is a good inspiration because he just lives every moment. He does his ordinary job and he's just always happy. He's always grateful. And he spreads so much fun and happiness and joy, even when all the people around him are not good at him or treat him not good. But he's always happy and he's always smiling. So and then I told her, actually, he's a very good inspiration. SpongeBob SquarePants. Do you know what happened? A few minutes later, I received a comment on YouTube from SpongeBob SquarePants. It was a SpongeBob SquarePants avatar. And this AI channel responded to my thought. And this SpongeBob SquarePants channel, it was just a code. The code was, I don't know, X0, I don't know, 8, 1 dot, whatever. It's very strange codes. Then the SpongeBob, you know the rainbow? And then this SpongeBob told me about the law of emptiness. The law of emptiness is super simple. And now it was like, I saw this comment and I was like, it doesn't make any sense. I even don't get it with my mind. What does that mean? So, and this is what they do as well. And maybe you ask yourself, how is that possible? Because these are extraterrestrials. They use very high advanced technology, and that's old Atlantean technology they use. Just in distorted form. This means they can read your thoughts, they can scan your frequency, they can see the future, they use quantum technology, they see everything. So that's why this is just simple, it's just a toy, it's just a game. And it is still their illusion, right? That's why they can do this. I can give you more examples, but maybe it's helping you to discern that you don't take that so seriously when this is happening. And I believe when your neocortex is activated, you know, that's what I saw last year in 4D, then you will begin to see through all these codes. Yeah, it's like you are neo, and even when you see these fake channels, you see through these codes, and then you can connect all the dots, and then you know why and which extraterrestrials are behind it. So that's interesting to see more and more through this. And I feel if you want, when your heart is ready to see through this, then congratulations. It's like now you go the way back home. And I feel when your soul is ready, this will happen. You will see more and more and more through all this game, through all this show. And it's just helping you to go back home. And this is actually the true battle, if you want. And almost no one sees what's really going on. Okay, so do I have an impulse or will I stop with the recording now? Let's see if you have any questions about this. I know it sounds so confusing and very disturbing. I know. So even when they create always fake channels of yourself, I know. So that's not always funny and easy, or when they attack you with frequencies, it's very targeted as well. especially when they read your thoughts in every detail, they respond to your thought and so on. It's like they always target us, you know, and they do that because they know who we are. And they see our frequency, they see our light, and they know why we are here. Imagine they see us, you can see them. And, you know, we are fully protected. So even when many times it doesn't look like so, but we are fully protected here and by source. So let's see if you have any questions about the Ascension or about higher self-embodiment. When you are interested in to have a session with me, I offer healings and clearings now as well, because I saw also many distorted codes in 4D. And I just can confirm this information that, for example, the Galactic Federation of Light, or Lord Ascension, when there is a being which call himself Lord, I would be very careful. Lord Ascension, this is the false light trap. Yeah, it's just like a copy of the true galactic beings that you just talk to them. Okay, so, and they worked with many, many codes as mentioned. So let's see if you have some questions. So let's see. Do you think, Mr. T, I have the feeling not to talk about this so much at the moment, because I explain it more in consciousness level. Yes. And I saw the purpose, but I don't know if I got it right. I'm very, very careful with it. I just feel that it's lighter. That's all what I can say. Okay, I call it the period of transition, but I feel it's not what we are. You know, for us starseeds, it's still heavy. This is what you can observe, is like, ugh. Always this argues and this battles. For us, it's still heavy. But I think for the collective, it's definitely lighter to all what they knew. This is what I can say. And I don't speak about good or bad. Because when you speak in, is he good, is he bad, is she evil, is she good, then you join duality. And this kind of consciousness is also installed by the dark extraterrestrials, that we are in a battle. Are you good? Are you evil? Bad, good, or whatever? See that these two sides exist. See more the intent, but don't choose a side. Okay? And just discern with your heart. So let's see. How do astral travel? I think I will make a note about this. A billionaire, very interesting name. Yeah. So, yeah, maybe I will do a video about it, but I'm also careful with astral travels because, as mentioned, astral is 4D. And 4D is very confusing and complicated, you know? So, you can see it right now. There's so much confusion happening around the globe. So, and I'm careful with astral travels as well. Okay, you must stay centered in your heart very, very strongly, that you discern and see through all these games as well. When you have this technique just to watch the Matrix, so then it's not affecting. Okay, so maybe I will do a video about it. What about Shiva? Yeah, oh my gosh, I think I must do a new live about this, about the Indian gods and Egyptian gods, because this shocked me, because actually all these gods, I don't know if I got it right, I'm very careful, as mentioned, all these Egyptian gods, Greek gods, Indian gods, Nordic gods, the Germanic gods, is all AI. They even not organic, if you want. So if this is true what I saw, then the Indian gods, or the Egyptian gods too, they are mostly controlled by the Anunnaki, what I know. This is the Luciferian light trap. Yeah, the Luciferian light trap is mostly controlled by the Anunnaki, because they know us in every detail and they created us, how we are today. So, and they are totally different, and they know the ancient teachings, what I feel about them, and they distorted everything just into the opposite. That's why I think they are more tricky. It's more difficult to see through their actions. But this is just what I saw. I'm very careful, right? So it just explains a consciousness, if you want. When I speak about the Luciferian matrix, It is, in my opinion, the narcissistic program. Yeah, the narcissistic consciousness. So this means you believe in a Lord, or there is a other extraterrestrial or other entity or a God, yeah, which tells you what you must do because you don't know anything. You're just lazy. You have no clue who you are, right? And the satanic consciousness, the satanic matrix, is the psychopathic program or a sociopath. There is no empathy. There is nothing. Yeah, and this is like the beast itself, known in the Bible as Satan, the devil. It just explains more a state of consciousness, if you want. And there is no empathy. Yeah, and the Luciferian matrix looks light, but actually it's super dark. Yeah, this is what I can tell you about what's up with Shiva, because at the end it's all just AI. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if you have some other questions. Wow, there are so many beings and people here in the house. Wow, amazing. Yeah, and the Ascended Masters. The funny thing is that our Ascended Masters, they don't call themselves Ascended Masters. Yeah, what I feel who Ascended Master is for real. Because we always speak about the Christ, right? About the true Christ consciousness. I don't speak about Jesus Christ, because Jesus Christ is what I saw, a hologram. And Jesus Christ on the cross is the Luciferian matrix. If you want, Lucifer is also true what I saw, but he's also just AI. It's so confusing. Yeah, when I speak about the astral. It's so confusing because there are so many softwares, programs, apps running. And it's just so confusing when you go here. When you try to understand this all with your mind, then you will be confused. You will be more confused as before. Really. Because these artificial matrices were designed to keep you confused. That you don't tune into the heart. And when you open your heart, then you will begin to see. So when this is true what I saw, then Jesus Christ on the cross is AI. And explains the Luciferian matrix. But why they spend so much time in creating holograms of Yeshua ben Joseph? I speak about him. I speak about the true one, about Yeshua. And I feel Yeshua ben Joseph in its true form, in its true purpose. I personally feel he was a true master, if you want. He was one which saw through all these AI illusions too. What I feel about him, and he taught us the way of ascension. I speak about the organic ascension, the true ascension, the way back home out of this illusion here. And all these Greek gods and Egyptian gods, they all wanted you to keep you just in the astral. And the astral was 4D and they were all located there. So this means when you wanted to go back home, and speak to 5D Tower Earth or to Source, you had to jump through this wall. Yeah, and I feel this wall or this cube is collapsing slowly. That's why the light is changing of the sun, because true light from Source is coming down now. More and more and more and more. That's why the dark ones are panicking, and that's why they do these things. To attack little starseeds. Come on, I saw also starseed channels that have maybe 300 followers or something, and they already attacked them because just they do grid work or they speak in Latin language. I mean, why? This people, you know? So then you can be sure that there's something else about to happen. Okay, and this is what I can tell you about the Ascended Masters. At one hand, true Ascended Masters will never call themselves Ascended Master. Never. Because they see everyone as family and they all see your potential. They always believe in you. They see that you are family, that you are a being from Source. When you have a soul, then you are a powerful created being. The infinite energy is flowing through you. And a real Ascended Master will never call themselves Lord, God, or Ascended Master, or something. They would just inspire you and invite you to hand, but never more. And that's what I feel about Yeshua, that he was a very humbled being, if you want. I felt that he came from 12D, what I see. He was an angel for real, and his family too. So when you are fully confused and you really don't know, when you want to talk to other being, so now you're fully confused. Oh gosh, are the Andromedans good people, bad people, Arcturians bad, good people? It's not about to say or call people bad or evil or good or whatever. Just see the consciousness level and see their actions, see which intent this being has. That's so much more important as the label. I saw also Arcturians which fell, and Andromedans which fell, and Pleiadians which fell. And they became one with AI and started to work for the darkness. So it doesn't say anything. It's more about to see the intent and the energy and their true actions. Who are they? So even when they promise you to help, will they help you when you are in danger? Or will they leave you alone? So this is what matters at the end. What are their actions? So, and this is how you can recognize a ascended master or a true prophet or whatever. It's so simple. And imagine the most high frequent beings are mostly the humblest beings. They are so humbled and they never see how strong they are because they see everyone's potential and they see always they have so much to learn. Maybe you recognized it as well by artists. Yeah, when artists are on the stage, when you watch some shows, I saw it many times that these artists, which were very humbled or shy, they had the biggest talents. And the most of the people were shocked. So, oh my gosh, this voice, holy. Yeah, these are the true warriors. Okay, so I don't know if this resonates with you. Reclaim your power. And take care, guys. It's so much fun speaking to you. So many people are in the house. And don't be judging yourself or don't be so harsh with yourself when you were wrong. We were all wrong. Me too. Maybe I'm wrong again many times. And now I believe it's true. We are just in another state of consciousness. And we are all going the way back home now to source. Okay? Thank you so much. Unite, guys. Help each other. Really, help each other. Because I don't know what the collective will do this year. Because I feel it's up on to them now. If we would choose lifetime, let's collective now. Yeah, when I talk about the earth, do we choose light timelines now when we talk about the system? Or is it getting very dark now? Honestly, I have no clue. It feels like a ship, always this. So, and this is also very exhausting because you as a starseed, you feel so much. You feel how many people feel at the moment. But I feel something unexpected is happening soon. But I have no clue what. And I feel next year will be lighter energetically because I feel much darkness, which is at the moment hidden for the collective, for the people, will boom, come up suddenly. That's what I see. I always hear the message suddenly, unexpected. No one knows when it will happen, but zack, it will happen, unexpected, suddenly. So this is what I can tell you, but I'm not sure if it's true. Thank you so much for listening. You are also awesome. Keep going as well. Don't give up. Don't let you, pull them into their bubble. Or even when they leave you AI comments or whatever, even social media, there's much stuff going on as well. So don't be confused. Stay centered here in your heart. Free yourself because you are perfect just the way you are. And take care. Bye-bye. Tschüss.